This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Now we have more convictions for seditious conspiracy. Heads of the Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by, Donald Trump said. And now they're convicted of seditious conspiracy, along with the previous convictions of the Oath Keepers, Stuart Rhodes and his gaggle of idiots. The clip I'm going to play was put together by CNN, and it is a montage of every clown on Fox News questioning, well, if this was an insurrection, where are the charges for insurrection? If this was sedition, where are the charges for sedition? Well, now we don't just have charges, Fox News. We have convictions. Evidence was presented at a grand jury. An indictment was issued. And then it went to trial, where hard evidence was presented to another jury, and a jury of their peers found them guilty of sedition against the United States of America. Conspiracy. But Fox News, we know whose team they're on. We know whose side they're on. They can wave their flag and fake their patriotism, masturbatory nonsense that they do on a daily basis. But we know whose team they're on. And it's not the United States of America. Watch this from CNN.
Oh, it was an insurrection. So how many of the participants in that insurrection have been charged with insurrecting, with sedition, with treason? 0.
But you know what? No one has been charged with sedition.
No one has been charged with sedition or insurrection. Most have been hit with charges like parading. Who knew that was a crime?
Do you know how many people have been charged with inciting insurrection or sedition or treason or domestic terrorism as a result of anything? 0.
Has anybody been charged with sedition? Nobody. Has anybody been charged with treason? Nobody. So why do they keep calling it an insurrection?
How many times do words like insurrection, sedition, or treason appear in Biden's own DOJ indictments against the January 6 rioters? The answer, 0.
Insurrecting. Well, they've been charged and now convicted.
What does it say about people who claim to be patriots and claim to love their country and on and on and on when they are proven wrong, and instead of report, instead of correct, instead of retract, they report on other things? While this was going on yesterday and these convictions were coming down, Fox News was talking about the Navy hiring a drag queen or something. They didn't cover this, because then it would require some self-reflection. It would require truth-telling. Because the event that we all witnessed collectively as a country, and by extension globally, was an insurrection. It was an attempt to overthrow the United States government by way of overturning a free and fair election. People died. It was an armed assault on the United States Capitol, a building in which I worked for several years. It wasn't a tourist event. It wasn't a happy family reunion, as Michelle Bachmann referred to it. It wasn't a trespassing event like Tucker Carlson was fond of calling it. It was domestic terrorism. And now a jury of their peers has seen the evidence and delivered a verdict of guilty. There are now 7 or 8 or more people who have been convicted of this. Not your lower level goon squad that were just lemmings who followed the crowd and committed crimes. The people who organized. And for further elucidation on this isn't over. This prosecution isn't over. The investigation isn't over. It will go higher. More people are going to suffer consequences for their sedition, for their treason. Am I going to act like a conservative and call for the death penalty for people? No, of course not. But punishments do need to be meted out because this can't go unanswered. This was a good thing. Yesterday was a good day in the history of our country. It was a long time coming, too long, in fact. Staying consistent with what I've been saying for years now. Years. Here we are years after, and we're just getting to some convictions. The Justice Department is moving too slow. Merrick Garland has sat on his hands for too long. He's been derelict as far as I'm concerned. And it might cost us the larger convictions because we're coming up to a presidential election. And if the Republicans gain control, this will go away. Hopefully Jack Smith has a more rapid timeline in mind. It seems as though he is moving with some rapidity, but I don't know. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think about this. I was going to say if you're a Fox News watcher, but I don't have a lot of Fox News watchers in my audience. My audience is chiefly made up of well-intended, intelligent individuals who have a passion for the right, meaning the correct. Anyway, I'd love to know. Let's mix it up in the comments. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you appreciate what I do, if I'm your style, your flavor of political commentator, I would ask that you consider supporting my work and helping produce what I do by becoming a Patreon supporter, by going to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That's the best way. But if you want to stay within the ecosystem of YouTube, you can click the join button below. Become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month. And both of those are great ways to help support what we do. You can also buy some merch. There's all kinds of ways. But if you're not in a financial position to do so, do not share this video, like this video, comment on this video. There are other ways to support that don't take money, and all of them are important. Follow me on social media. I'd love to see you there. I'm at Dollemore all the way across the board. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Dollemore, wherever there's an at to be had. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you very much, and I will see you next time. Until then, hey, be genuine. Continue taking care of one another.